Good morning, and it's Elizabeth Smith from the Guru Co. And we are saying, leave nothing behind because we will not be passing this way again. All sounds a bit mystical, doesn't it? But yeah, so anyway, we've got the next 5-10 minutes together. And it's the second part of what we started talking about on Monday, all about New Year. And yeah, so let's get cracking because we want to waste no time. So on Monday, we looked very much about sort of how you internally arrange your life, how you see time, how you experience time, and we put it down on lines, if you remember. If you don't remember, please go back and have a look, because this is very much linked to Monday, and we're building up for that new year, making it positive. So today's session is about sort of bringing stuff forward, bringing the useful stuff forward. As we said, we don't ever want to start from fresh. There's always something to be bringing forward. So obviously, New Year is about time for reflection, and often that scares people half to death when we talk about reflective practice. But actually, it's well worth doing. It's well worth sort of getting your experiences into the muscle, because that's how we grow and it's how we develop. The TV does it for us these days, isn't it? And around this time of year, and I have to say, when they do it, and it's always that New Year's Eve when you're stuck indoors, isn't it? And they go over all the old stuff, and I find it really quite dampening and almost depressing, because they pick out what they see as significant, but in actual fact, it's not about you. It's more about sort of, the disasters of the world. Yes, they put some fun stuff in there, but it's not always what actually you would have chosen to have watched and you probably didn't know about. So you then start reflecting on all sorts of other stuff about what I've missed in the world. The Queen's speech, I don't know if you ever watch it. I know when I was a child, I was made to watch it. Yes, I think that's what it was. You always had to finish your dinner before the Queen's speech, or you didn't start until after. And I don't begrudge that at all, but I do begrudge the fact that somebody else is telling me about, or enforcing it on me about, how they've seen the last year. And again, the impact it has on you can be negative, it can be positive, it can be yeah, and it's time you won't get again. So from today's session, we're very much looking at taking back that power, taking back that control, looking at reflecting on our own journey, our own growth, our own personal development, and sort of enjoying it in a way, but just having those quiet moments for ourselves. And it took me straight back when I was preparing for this about the famous Mandela speech. What lies before us and what lies behind us is nowhere near as great as what lies within us. Now, it's that we want to get out there. It's that we want to display to the world. It's what we want to be able to see for ourselves. A lot of us need something tangible to actually go, yeah, we did this. We absolutely survived. And this is a way of doing that. So from Monday, like I said, we had linear lines, or whatever line you chose to have for that depicted 2017. And today what I want to do is encourage you to have sort of a bit of a cardiogram, really. So have a bit of a heartbeat going on. We want to see peaks and troughs throughout your life. But we're doing it slightly differently. So what I want you to do, please, is to have 10 minutes, like I said, with a cup of coffee, cup of tea, a nice glass of water, whatever your tipple is. Just sit quietly with a blank piece of paper and just start plotting on this straight line, underneath it, all the positive things that have happened over the last year. All those, and use a symbol or something that symbolizes to you positivity, whether it's a heart, whether it's a star, something like that, something that you see actually is quite significant. And just make your mark, just to acknowledge that these were real positive times in your journey over this last 12 months. You either had a laugh, or you had some fun, you met up with old friends, maybe you met a new partner, got a new job. It doesn't matter. It's about you, and it can be really And I say insignificant to others, but say, for instance, maybe you lost your first £2 on a new healthy eating plan. Maybe you didn't buy your nuts from shopping, which is one of your vices. Something that you resisted is a positive. So mark it down all the way along that line, and then take a nice deep breath and think about those things that, and above the line, think about those things that maybe were a challenge to you, things that sort of brought about, well, I call them significant moments, because they're not always about tears and fears. They're often about just tough times. They're often not great tragedies, but things where, when I say loss of job, I'm not belittling it. Please don't take that on. But it's sometimes a loss of job means another door opens. But it's you gauge it. We want to see the line of particularly significant things, because this is where our learning and our growth often comes from, rather than the positives. The positives are great. That's what supports the rest of it, which is why we've got them underneath. But the top line, this is where our learning has come from. This is what has motivated us potentially to move forward. It might have stopped us for a bit and stunned us for a bit, but in actual fact, these are the things that have the deepest lessons for us, and sometimes the most positive lessons about what our strengths are. So I want you to do that, and I don't want you to get into a negative state over it, but just plot it and be with it for a while, and just look at how bloody amazing you are and what you've managed and what you've dealt with. And I want you just to sit with that and just spend some time with it and keep it ready for Friday. So this is just about sort of preparing for Friday and before the Christmas breaks and things. So I hope you can do this. I hope you enjoy doing it, because it is an investment in you. If you know anybody who would appreciate watching this and would like to have a go at this, or you think actually would really need to spend that time investing in themselves, do share this video. Let me know if you got anything from it. It would be lovely. And if you're watching on replay, thank you so much. And I will see you on Friday. Bye-bye.